to our conversation. We had a lot to talk about. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
I think that he said all the right things. I think that he made all the important points. I think he argued very much for the state of Israel. I think that the people in attendance seemed to be very engaged. Noticeable were those who were not in attendance. And at the end of the day, I think that the important thing is that he said, give us the arms quickly and we'll win quickly. That's the important thing. And we have to get our hostages back, all of them, as soon as possible.
Despite the fact that I'm not a fan of Netanyahu, I believe that his speech was good, and because he's a good speaker, and I think he made a good impression on the congressman that listened to him.
It was a good speech. I think he should have emphasized a bit more about the hostage deal and how hard it is to negotiate with a terrorist organization, especially with Qatar in the picture, since they also support the terrorist organization. I think it's a very complicated situation, and that complication didn't come through in his speech. I think he did a good job with this speech. I think he should have resigned on October 10th, and that we would have new leadership to lead us into the future, because we're in desperate need of new leadership.
I'm very happy with the speech that Prime Minister Netanyahu gave to Congress. What I'm appalled at is the number of Democratic senators and congressmen who chose to be away. And the number one person who chose to be away was Vice President Kamala Harris. And I think it's a great insult to Israel and to Mr. Netanyahu. First time that we've agreed on something politically in the last year and a half since I never did.
That's true.
I mean,
Sitting on the July. It's just sitting on the July.
lines that I love to draw on stage.
I'll draw outside.
Yeah.
So what was the...
I think that he gets right to the point and tells the truth. And I think there's a lot more truth that could be told that he doesn't say. I think he's being diplomatic. And I'm happy. You know, there's a lot of things I'm not happy about, but I am happy that he spoke out and he's not afraid to say what he believes.
ולהחזיר את האנשים הללו הביתה. לא תוכל, כי זאת לא האמת. אני מתכבד להזמין את אלי אלבג, אביה של... רק ילבשו את החולצה הלא נכונה, חולצה שכתוב עליה...
We are very disappointed from Netanyahu's speech now, because we hope that he will say that he's going for the deal, and we see he's just stalling time, telling how good he is, but he's not telling the words that need to be said. I am about to sign for the deal right now, because this is the only thing that can bring everybody back home as soon as possible.
This is the only sentence that you have to say. We have a deal. We are bringing them home. This is the only thing that we want to hear. I don't care what else you have to say.
Netanyahu didn't mention the deal that is on the table, the deal that can bring back 120 hostages home. They're just waiting for him to save them. And it's very disappointing.
שלוש מילים, לא בין החיים. יגב, אני מבקשת את סליחתך על שלא הצלחתי להשיבך אלינו, לרימון, לנופר, ליובל, לאבא, לסבתות, לשחר, אליי, ולכל המשפחה והחברים, לכל מי שנאבק וחיכה לך באהבה גדולה. אני עומדת ולא מאמינה שהגענו לרגע הרע הזה, רגע שידעתי על קיומו, אבל לא רציתי להאמין שכך יהיה.
חמאס טען שהוא נהרג והצבא אמר שלא, ולא בכינו כשהצבא התחיל להחזיר גופות.
אני רוצה להגיד לך סליחה. תמיד ניסיתי להיות שם בשבילך ברגעים הקשים, ועכשיו לא הצלחתי. כל כך רציתי שהסוף יהיה אחר, הגיע לך סוף אחר. למרות שכבר יותר מ9 חודשים אתה לא נמצא איתנו, זה עדיין לא נתפס. קשה לקבל את העובדה שלא תחזור אלינו בחיים.
להיות חלק, שרפתי. לימדת אותי להאמין באנשים ולא לעצום עיניים. וכמו במאבק הזה היית שותף בעוד כל כך הרבה. ראיתי את הרגע שתחזור, את המבט, החיבוק, את ארוחת הערב הראשונה. חיכיתי לראות את המבט המופתע, שתבין שפתאום כולנו מדברים בכל מקום. שאמא ואבא היו בטלוויזיה, הרבה יותר מפעם אחת. שיובל ואני טסנו ברחבי אירופה, סיפרנו עליך לכולם. צחקנו שבטח תתחרפן כשתראה את התמונות שלך בכל מקום.
20 שנה או עד סוף היום שמתנגן בשיר אחר.
ידענו שיש לנו את הצבא.
Bring them home now! Bring them home now! Bring them home now!
We don't know anything about Keith. We don't know if he's alone. But we do know that he's in Gaza, thrown on the floor like a rag, and all human rights have been taken from him. He's not even allowed to feel, because when you feel and you're sad, you get screamed at. You're not allowed to talk because you have to shut up. You have to beg for water.
Bring them home now! Bring them home now! Bring them home now! Bring them home now!
We need this world to be a better world for everybody, for the people in Gaza that are good, for the people in Israel that are good. We need to stop this war. I'm begging Bibi, help. We need the 120 hostages out. Thank you.
You're seeing here the faces of people that met her loved ones when they came back from captivity. Carmel is still there right now and can be out in a deal. In 2 weeks, Geffen can hug Carmel at the same smile she had when she hugged Yarden. This is something that can happen in 2 weeks from now. We just need this deal to be sealed right now. Right now, this deal needs to be sealed, and we know that there is one person that needs to decide that this deal needs to be sealed, and this is Benjamin Netanyahu. He needs to decide not to delay this deal, and we are here to remind him that. Seal that deal right now.
My brother, Elad Katzir, was abducted as well. He survived in captivity for about 100 days and then was executed by his captors. A deal could have saved his life, just as a deal saved my mother's life. A deal is the difference between life and death. I'm here today to thank President Biden and the U.S. government for their support.
Bring them home now! Bring them home now! Bring them home now! Bring them home now! Bring them home!
we don't want our tax dollars funding genocide. We are willing to put our bodies on the line to say that our Jewish values and our values as people mean that we cannot be funding this.
I'm a Jewish American. My grandparents survived the Holocaust, and growing up I was always told that we should never let anything like the Holocaust happen again. That's why I'm here today, protesting the genocide of the Palestinian people and calling on our government to enact an arms embargo on Israel and send no more weapons to the Israeli military.
So yesterday we were informed that Yagev, 35 years old, and Alex, 75 years old, were murdered in captivity in the hands of Hamas. We know now that it is too late to make a deal that will have them back with us safe. And it was hard to understand that we are not going to see Yagev hugging his wife, who was with him in captivity, and Alex coming back to his grandchildren. We know that there are still lives to save. There are still 120 people who must come back to us, and knowing this just makes it more urgent to bring them back home and to make this deal happen. I personally am waiting for my beautiful cousin Carmel Gat, who was kidnapped 39, and she's 40 years old now, in captivity in Gaza, right now in the hands of a terrorist that can do whatever he wants to her at the moment, and we have to get her back. Tomorrow, my Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, is going to have his speech in front of the Congress, and I'm really hopeful that tomorrow he's going to make us all feel whole again and tell us that the deal is taking place, and that in the next week or two we are going to see our loved ones back with us. I'm really looking forward to hug Carmel, to have her back with her father, with her brothers, and to have 120 people back with us.
We came to protest in order for our Prime Minister to stop the abandonment of the hostages and bring them home as fast as possible, and to sign the deal which is on the table for so many months, and is torpedoing it in multiple occasions. We wanted to stop torpedoing the deal and sign it, and bring our loved ones home.